Hey, it's Jen here. Happy Tuesday. I actually missed going live yesterday. Oops, got a little busy and sidetracked. So here I am today. All right, so I want to talk today about when you feel discouraged and you kind of want to, you get into something and you're excited about it, and then maybe you feel a little bit discouraged. You start questioning, oh my gosh, is this really the right thing for me? Or it feels like it's hard, or you feel stress or anxiety about it. Well, I was listening to a neuroscientist the other day on YouTube, and it was really interesting. He was talking about how he studies like fear and courage. And he was talking about how the brain chemistry works, and when you start something new, you kind of feel like that anxiety and stress because it's hard. You're trying to learn something new, whatever the case may be, or you're just anything new. So you're trying to learn it, or you're trying to just do something new, and your brain starts to trigger, I believe it was norepinephrine, and that actually causes you to feel agitated, stressed, anxious, things like that. So it might also contribute to feelings of second guessing yourself, doubting yourself, questioning yourself, and thinking, oh my gosh, am I going in the right direction? So it has something to do with how our biological systems and our nervous system are designed to, for I guess survival. So maybe that does the fight or flight process. Well, anyway, the way he described it was that's basically a gate that you have to get through, and then you get the reward system, which is the dopamine, and you start to experience some, wins basically. So I was pulling this into like real life scenarios and thinking, how often does somebody start something new and then just kind of give up? One of my favorite analogies, or it's not even really an analogy because I think it was a true story, the 3 feet from gold, if you've ever heard that, where somebody like back in the gold rush days was working this mine and like kept digging and digging and digging and looking and looking and looking, and they ended up selling the mine, and they were actually like literally, the people who took it over found gold like shortly after. They were literally 3 feet from gold, and I guess from one of the stories that I read, they were actually even closer to a big gold vein that they came across. They were even closer than 3 feet in one area. So this kind of ties in, like, you let that norepinephrine get the best of you, and it makes you stop doing what you were trying to do, and, or you just give up too soon, and you give up 3 feet from gold, and you might have been just right there on the edge of it, on the cusp of success of whatever you were doing, where you just had to break through that agitation, stress, fears, doubts, that kind of thing. Some people call it the monkey mind, and a lot of people know what that is. So anyway, so keep that in mind. You might have to have a conversation with somebody else, or yourself, or both, or multiple people as you're working through that stage of the doubts and the fears and stress or agitation, or however it comes across exactly. That really it's just your brain chemistry that's kind of like messing with your head, and as soon as you get through that, then you will be able to get to the reward system, and you'll start making some accomplishments, and you get that dopamine fix, and it feels good. And that all comes from within, inside, not just from the outside. In fact, it's better for that reward system to come from the inside than the outside, so you don't become dependent on it. But that's kind of like another piece of that story. It was really fascinating neuroscience that I was listening to. Anyway, all right, happy Tuesday. Have a great day, and remember, do not give up. You are more powerful than you realize.